Hello everyone, welcome to 5-Digit World Cup 2025, round of 16. We've got the United States versus Chile here. We've got me, Sky. I'm here with Aqua.
Hello, I'm not sick, and I'm actually feeling better. So,
yay.
I'm doing a match for once. I'm not sick anymore, I'm not dying.
That's good.
It's always been a USA match, so...
Yeah, we've got USA versus Chile. Seed number 1 from qualifiers was seed 17. Chile last week able to overcome the seed 17-16 matchup against Netherlands, having a nice 5-2 victory there.
Very strong 5-2 victory, actually.
Yeah, it was. Very, very much was so.
Yeah. Honestly, good scores on... I'm pretty sure it was like Noma 2 with a double FC, and then the DT2 quad FC.
Yeah. I think with DT2 they had like number 2 score the entire weekend on that, so that was a really good score there.
That was behind Germany, who also had 5.3 mil, so... Yeah. There's going to be waiting for the ref to say the attacks, and then they're probably going to pick bans. So, thoughts on Chile just playing their game of Panama's finger controls, speed, all that stuff?
I feel, yeah, that's the type of game. They gotta probably protect. I feel like we discussed it before. I feel like they're just gonna protect DP2, Nomad 5, and Nomad 2. It's gotta be their protects. One of their protects at least.
But then USA kind of just goes on their own way, like play whatever they want, like to play, nothing special.
Yeah, and again, so we got the protects coming in. Hard Rock 3 protecting USA, Nomad 5 protecting Chile. First ban from United States looks to be Nomad 1. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, whenever you're the highest seed in the tournament going up against any team, really, especially if it's in middle or lower seed, you want to get rid of things that are kind of maybe just RNG, because I mean, Nomad 1s can always be RNG for players if you're having a bad aim day, or if, again, literally everyone in Chile probably can play Nomad 1, or they probably can get a 4-man roster that can quad FC if they really want to do, so you don't want to gamble that.
I mean, consistency on this team is very high on Chile, so Nomad 1, always a good ban. Hidden 3 for the side of Chile. Does not want to play into that, what is it, flow alt map? I'm pretty sure it's like flow alt with some...
Yeah, it's flow alt. It's got some weird sliders and stuff like that. Some 1/3 sections, so they didn't want to go with that. That sounds like a map that... I mean, Hot Bread would gear up, same with left, so...
Get that one out of the way. Also, Hard Rock 3 protects, so the tech Hard Rock, I mean, Chile last week, then with the Hard Rock, I mean, with the tech, the Nomad 4, wasn't that bad, so... Maybe some sort of close-up type of map. Also, if you want to turn us up a little bit, Doctor, and turn the music on.
Yeah, Nomad 2 banned from the United States. They're getting rid of Nomad 1, Nomad 2. I mean, again, Nomad 2 kind of a 200 gem stamina flow. Kind of flowy map, not that flowy, so it's more like a long tapping map. You know, just get rid of it because Chile, again, good at tapping.
Yeah, that might be good for OC Audio now. Yep. Okay, just wait for the next song to go. As yeah, Nomad 1, Nomad 2, probably easiest maps in pools, consistency in streams. Chile probably just want to get rid of another hidden map.
I mean, yeah, it won't shock me. I mean, another hidden.
Double banning, double picking is allowed, so I'm hoping to see like hidden 2. Don't want to see that much of a bump on that map.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Hidden 2 is open, so that might be a ban they're looking to take out, considering the rating rosters for both teams. again, if you were new here and you're looking at the team stats, those were compiled, I believe, using skill issue ratings, theoretical like 4-man rosters and stuff like that. What the teams could put out on any given skill sets.
As Hard Rock 2 is going to be the second ban for Chile.
They banned a banger. This is so sad.
Yeah. I think that map is a little too awkward.
I mean, especially going into this USA roster, their precision is like probably the best in the tournament, so it makes sense.
I mean, kind of weird considering Pascualito did one miss at 900k, DK last week, also had 700k with a slider break.
Yeah, I mean, Chile had a
ones, so but
yeah,
it's all comfort at this point.
It always is. I mean, they had solid Hard Rock 2 last weekend, but so did USA, and they know historically, at least from quals and looking at the players on the roster, they're like, we don't want to deal with the Hard Rock 2, which is fine.
So first pick is going to be for Chile. Don't know if they want to actually start off with like a DT before the protect. So.
I mean, all DTs are up. I mean, there's a DT2 option. Nomad 2 is banned, so it fucks out the other flowing and tapping map. Yeah. So they could start with DT2, they could start with Nomad 5. It's always the conversation of, do you want to start immediately for Protect? Because it does feel very... Because again, your Protect is there just so you have something that you feel very comfy on. But it does feel bad to lose your Protect first pick. So they're going to go with DT2.
Okay, there you go. DT2. Probably going to redo what they did last week with the 4-way FC.
I mean, that's probably their hope. I mean, it's very similar type map. I mean, it's a Jellium custom map. Jetstream, I think, has been used in multiple other tournaments in the past. It's a very solid test of can you play 255 BPM bursts and have the stamina to play through them for a... I think the map is about how long? About 3-ish minutes close to it. So.
Yeah. And USA, let's see how their consistency is, because last week they actually had only 2 FCs and then like a 1 miss and a slider break, so maybe we could see like probably the best 2 scores on DT2 in the whole entire like round of 16.
True, this is very true. I mean, both teams definitely are very competent at DT2. They can definitely put together rosters. They can see 4-ways. We could see double 4-way. Who knows?
So right now in the lobby we do have Hot Bread, Vlad, Asa3, and that's Baleen, right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Baleen.
Yeah, Baleen. Then we see Paxe, aka DK Kid Meow, Pascalito, and Hinamichi, just waiting on the 4th player at the moment.
It seems that the 4th player's in there as they're being told by the ref to use slot 7. Gotta make sure everyone's on screen. We gotta get everyone in the picture.
Yep, there you go.
There we go.
It's our own address. I have a failing to enunciate that.
We're seeing the good luck have fun, so we're gonna get into Jetstream.
Yes, we are.
Our DT2. And again, this map very much just a lot of bursts at 255. I don't know, there's not really long streams in this. I don't remember the bursts going above like 9-ish notes. I mean, there might be a couple. It's just like, can you play 255 for the entire near 3-minute runtime of the map?
Yeah.
So as we jump into it, some early back and forth in terms of act. We can see an early break from Hot Bread, who is struggling with the act, so he's just getting comfortable with playing the map. Again, you jump right into it with the bursts.
I mean, at the moment, okay, never mind. I was going to say, everyone else is looking pretty much comfortable on it, but Vlad's finding a slider break right there. You're still having an FC on Acid 3 and Baleen. Actually, the 2 players who missed last week on the DT2. But on the other side of Chile, they still are going strong at that 4-way. 96 is all across the board, 95 on Hinamichi. But that shouldn't matter considering that is pretty much matching like someone on the other side of the US.
Yes.
Oh, Bancho's doing its thing.
Yeah, we then have Bancho. We gotta wait for Bancho. I mean, it's a good time to, think about this. He's got a 4-way, and then there's 2 SCs on the side of USA. Coming back out of the Bancho lag there.
Yeah,
no one has finished yet.
I saw actually with the highest ag by a significant margin. Okay, dropping a little bit there, but still holding that 98%. And recoveries from Hot Bread and Vlad, so it is just an upward game for Chile just to hold on to these combos. And continue on here with these bursts. As wow, they are not budging at all. Like 100k score lead, but still.
I mean, yeah, again, 100k score lead, like you mentioned. I mean, they're looking very strong here, but again, on this type of map, Pascalito is going to find a break. Any kind of break with such a tapping, note-dense map, we will start to see the score to immediately shift over. We're already, the 100k is basically gone already. Pascalito finding another break. USA are going to jump to their own 100k score lead almost, as they have 2 FCs and 2 massive supporting combos in Vleth and Hotbread, and their accuracies are overall as a team looking a lot stronger than Chile's at the moment by a couple percentages.
Yeah, Vlad not happy about the accuracy, I'm going to say about that one, but still holding on to that combo. 3 FCs on the board for Chile, but 2 FCs and 2 very good recovery combos, or just, let's pretty much say it's reverse chokes at this point to come in.
Yeah, Hotbread 100k in the first 100, yeah. So again, there's still plenty of map. There's about a quarter of the map left, so it's still a lot of notes for a 255 BPM burst-heavy map. So we got, again, it's anyone's point at the moment.
Anyone's game, like, these 5-note bursts are not actually catching that many players off guard. That was a 9-note one, but no one dropping on that. No significant act drops.
Oh no, for Chile, that is horrendous. Yeah. Not what you want to see.
Yeah,
there goes 2 other FCs, and that's,
yeah.
There goes Valine, but it's too far
really
too late. The score lead ballooned all the way to near 500k score difference.
And there goes the last one for Chile, and let's see, it does Asa 3. Pull out the FC on this one. It's not a name that he's going to see, but actually does pull out the FC on that one.
A very nice FC from Asa. From Asa, and you know, Chile gave a very strong performance. There's no score below 570k. Again, everyone very comfortable on the map. It's just like finding the breaks at certain points of the map. It's all that depends. USA, they had 2 early breaks from Vleth and Hotbread, but they just FC'd the rest of the map. You can't do much about that.
Yeah, I mean, late breaks on the side of Chile, but like Pascualito finding breaks in the middle of the map, just very unfortunate timing on that one. And that's actually an early break point for the United States. Very impressive scores, pretty much almost 4 FCs on that one, even though it's breaking in the beginning or the end of the map. We're still counting it anyways. Very good team score.
Both teams have very good team scores. So, I mean, for Chile, I mean, their game plan is still going to probably stay the same. They're still going to look in playing their Protect, because they still had a very good chance of winning that map. It's just, they unfortunately broke. I mean, Pascalito broke right in the middle of the map, and then they just had some unfortunate breaks towards the end, and USA just kept going.
And yeah, just instantly going with their Protect, the Hard Rock 3. We're getting our techish Hard Rock. And honestly, like, this might be contestable for Chile. They do have very solid tech, but add that Hard Rock mechanic and then everything else, it's kind of rough.
It's just like, again, this is just really tough because USA's Hard Rock roster is so strong and their tech roster also strong as well. So it's an uphill battle, I think, on this for Chile, but I mean, you never know.
I mean, that's the whole entire match is a whole battle.
Yes, of course. I don't think USA would protect this if they did not feel like they had a super strong 4-man. I mean, Hotbread, Wait Phoenix, probably gonna see Justin coming in. There's Justin. Valine may be coming in.
I mean, Valine's in the lobby right now.
I mean, Valine is in the lobby.
And right now, Sarandres and Hinamichi are in the lobby, just waiting for the other 2 members. It's most likely, I think, DK and then +1. Not certain who the +1 really is.
I mean, I guess we find out. I mean, there is DK. That makes sense.
I mean,
just like dragons in chat. I would be the 4th in this, but I'm at work. Unfortunate.
Oh,
unfortunate.
That's very.
We all forgot about dragons for a moment. Dragons is just so good at Hard Rock. He definitely would have been in on this.
I mean, how can we forget about Brian Thomas Jr.? Come on,
Brian Thomas Jr. So it means that we don't got the Jaguars player here. That's unfortunate.
Dang.
All right, we're already getting into the Hard Rock 3. Let's go.
Yeah. We're seeing Paxa, Meow, DK, Seandres, Pascualito, and then Valine, Await Phoenix, Hotbread, and Justin. Pretty much the whole entire Hard Rock squad for the United States minus Dragons, but they always have like a 5th or 6th player that can fill these.
Yeah, USA's Hard Rock's so very good. Beginning of this map, not too intense. It's gonna slowly build up to quite a hard tech section though, so guess I'll see how the early acts are looking. I mean, the early acts looking good for Chile, so they're not uncomfy on Hard Rock. Just gotta see how they go once we get to the key eyes and the very weird sliders and all that.
The thing is, we've seen very uncharacteristic misses on this build-up section. So, seeing none of them on this part here, especially as we're going to the drop, very nice for so far. As we are into the first TI section, DK Kitten finding the first miss, and then DK following it up.
Yes, that's going to be 2 breaks for Chile. USA still fighting strong with 4 FCs. Still early on in this map. This map is 3 minutes long, so very early breaks, not the end of the world. As long as you can build your combo back up, as you see Justin going to find a slider break, but there goes DK Kitten again.
Yeah, trading that one out. Still have 3 FCs on the side of the United States. Make that 2 right now, as Bailey, the lowest accuracy of the United States, is going to find another drop right there. And it's a double break from the remaining FCs from the United States. And so it's just Foundress and Pascualito just holding on to the FCs now. Low AC, but it's still an FC.
Yes, they still got their FC. I mean, we saw earlier today CK on that DT2 FC of 84X. I mean, FCs are king. If you can get FC and no one other team FCs, you've done your job. You've done a magnificent job.
And going into a more slowdown section, DK is very much finding breaks. Saran just dropping the FC there. Nothing, I mean, very bad for the side of Chile, but still, recoveries on DK Kitten and Pascualito still holding on to the FC. This is gonna slowly go back to the side of Chile for now.
It's gonna be very close. It's gonna border on staying on USA side. Gonna probably switch over soon. But Pascualito definitely is gonna need to keep seeing supporting combo coming from DK Kitten and the rest of the squad, because USA has built up 4 good combos themselves.
Almost finds a break on that burst, but we are going into more slider aim with the Hard Rock. Bailey finding the first break on the United States, and it's just the other 3 still holding on to the recoveries from the initial breaks. Foundress and DK Kitten finding breaks. Justin and
it's just Pascualito versus the entire United States.
Yeah, like actually, as White Phoenix
doing everything he can. I mean, White Phoenix has got a good 600 combo himself. Valine built back up to 200. I mean, Pascualito needs to FC this map.
Yeah, like actually needs to FC. Finding a break on the burst right there, but that's a very good score by Pascualito. You gotta give, yeah, that is the credit.
But yeah, if you're a United States fan, you're so thrilled to see that miss. If you're a Chilean fan, not so happy about that. But that was a very good effort by Pascualito. I mean, the rest of Chile giving a good effort as well, but USA's Hard Rock roster, at least consistency-wise, able to pull it out.
DK, unfortunately, couldn't even break 300k on that, but still.
This map is so hard.
The efforts were made, and this map is actually very, very
It really is. This is really, I think this map is quite hard. I mean, Hotbread with the S rank, so his slider breaks that he found throughout the map. White Phoenix, after his initial early slider break, finding a 1000 combo, 97% AC. I mean, Hotbread with the best AC in the lobby. Some good scores all around. I mean, Pascualito, the standout scorer. I mean, he did get edged out by White Phoenix near the end, but he was keeping Chile in there for a really long time.
Bro, that's all accuracy as well, like a 4% difference.
Yeah, White Phoenix's AC is very good. So is Hotbread. Hotbread's AC is just absurd.
Yeah, that is a close. That's another close one. To be honest, this is looking better than.
I mean, again, Chile. I think
a lot of people would expect.
I mean, yeah, Chile. I mean, they may be C17, but they definitely have strong rosters for a decent amount of skill sets.
I mean, these are the maps that are their strengths. Realistically, you had a tech map early. You also had speed map, like stamina.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just have to see what they're going to go into. I think maybe Nomad 5, you might, if you want to go back to the tapping, because I mean, DT2 was looking really close. I mean, 600k score difference at the end, but I mean, like, it's not because Chile didn't play it well.
Yeah. Now, do they want to go into their Protect now, or did they just want to wait it out until, like, it's like 3-1, 3-2?
Well, I feel like, okay, well, we're going to alright.
Is there something that's like they're cooking up that I'm unaware about?
I mean, it's possible.
Because I'm pretty sure their hidden 2 roster is DK, Paxi, Pio Pollo, and then... No, not Pio Pollo, but like... I don't recall now. Okay, my brain's like fried.
It happens, you've been up a while, doing a lot of work. I mean, USA's roster probably be Left, Hotbread, Asa, and... who am I forgetting?
You're forgetting the best hidden 2 player.
Did I say... Oh, Chichobi, we got Chichobi.
Yeah, it's Chichobi, Asa...
Left, yeah.
Yeah. Hotbread.
Alright, there you go, there's that roster as predicted. Yeah. Surely that's going to be the actual roster. Unless they throw Justin in.
There's no shot Justin.
There's nowhere where Justin plays. That is not ever happening.
If Justin's ever playing a hidden 2, somewhere went wrong in the pooling status, okay?
But yeah, the hidden 2 pick, I mean, this is a switch up. Again, we went from DT2, high BPM tapping, to a tech hard rock, into a hidden 2, lower AR, you know, weird, kind of, it does have some techie sections, so maybe they're looking at the tech aspect of this hidden 2 and they do like that.
But there is also the reading aspects as well, as Gantu is actually coming in. It's kind of like, I don't want to say no name, but like kind of a question mark on like what they fall in this team, and probably right now this is where they probably shine on, to be honest.
I'd have to imagine. I mean, you're in the roster.
Yeah.
You're in the map. Let's see what happens.
And there you go, Pio Pollo coming in, Hinami, Chi, DK, and Gantu. This is probably the roster for Chile, as it is. Good looks, have fun, and now we're in to Hidden 2. More of a, I don't want to say full tag, but it's like kind of odder Hidden 2. Not full reading, but has some slow sections, have some low sections. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Decent mix.
Come on, Bancho.
As we wait for Bancho to work.
There you go.
Alright, here we go. Into the Hidden 2. You'll see how the axe would look early on, just to judge the general comfort level. They're not looking too bad. I mean, Hinabichi looking a little bit low on that, but he's regaining it back up.
Yeah, most of those drops are on the sliders as well. Yeah, DK also having a 95. Same with Hotbread. Chichobi actually finding the first break though. As we are getting into more linear section, these sliders aren't not that hard to aim, but easy to miss. Those triples as well, easy to overtap. This is like 192 BPM, so it shouldn't be that hard to overtap it. But going from speed map, and the tech map, yeah. As we are going into a slow section, watch out for breaks here. Yep, there you go, Pio Pollo being the first one.
Yeah, those slow sections will catch you out.
Yeah, DK almost finding a break right there, hitting a 50 on that.
I mean, Chile holding their own. It's 3 FCs to 3. It is a slight combo advantage to USA just because Chichobi has had more time to build up a combo. It goes DK, so that's going to start pushing the score heavily in the USA side until there's some more breaks in the United States. Hinamichi, that is not good for Chile. They only got Waigante holding an FC versus 3 FCs and a very strong recovery of the United States Chichobi. Should be going to break again, but it's 3 FCs. I mean...
And there's 3 FCs and a DK and Hinami also finding a break where Chichobi found the break as well. What? Oh, never mind. Oh, sorry about that. I was going to say, what? Acid 3 and Hotbread still holding FCs, but it's just Acid 3 and Hotbread. And they don't seem like they're going to drop anytime soon.
I mean, Waigante proving why he's on the roster. Looks like he might be able to finish with FC, but it's against 2 other FCs on the side of the United States. There's not much they can do about this. The map is pretty much over. It's looking like it's going to be another breakpoint for the United States of America.
Yeah, and Blunt's having fun there at the end, holding down with the smoke. Oh, no one finds a miss after the slider, but there you go. A double FC on the side of the United States, and an FC from Waigante. Hinami finding a slider break in the middle of the map. Very unfortunate. Chichobi finding 2 slider breaks in the map. What? Yeah. Well fought.
I mean, it was definitely well fought. I mean, again, Chile just generally every map having a standout player that's able to get an FC or a near FC, but it's just like the overall consistency of the United States, unfortunately, making it difficult for them to find those points that they need. But 3-0s, they still get one more pick, guaranteed. But it is up to USA to make their decision of how they want to consolidate that break point.
And also, they still have their Protect open, so that might be their last pick. Maybe, maybe United States just does the funny and say, "Hey, we want to play it," so, and then they pick it.
I mean, they could do that, be a little BM. I think there's some better options to pick in Nomad 5, but I mean, it's up to them. I mean, there's a lot of options for the United States.
Yeah.
They have rosters for pretty much everything. I mean, they only seem to be missing Dragons right now, but they still have a strong Hard Rock roster, so even if they wanted to pick another Hard Rock, but they're a DT1.
There you go. Probably the most hated map in the pool.
I've seen some of the feedback, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's my own notes here for DT1. Kind of a mix of everything, but it's 10.3.
1.3, very awkward. I believe this is actually the first time this is being played the whole entire week.
Yeah, I've noticed it's been banned a decent amount as well. Just, I guess that's the general disdain for it. Usually DT1 something you see like lower seeded teams leave up because they can fill a DT1 roster.
Yeah, this is actually the first time it's being picked. So we're gonna see some high level skill cap. Well, to say so, skill cap is kind of overdoing it, but level DT1 10.3 play by the United States here.
I mean, I guess the AR could say you could be able to skill cap for some people. I mean, 10.3 is definitely not something that, you know, claim everyone can do. It's very difficult to get used to 10.3. They did just play Hard Rock, so they were used to AR-10. I mean, you know, get a second to, you know, get ready for it. That's maybe what USA was doing on the side. If they had it planned out, they knew they were picking DT1. They had hidden roster, and they just told other people like Justin and them to go practice DT1.
Exactly. As you see DK Kennen, Dio Pollo, and Hinamichi staying in the lobby. Actually, DK coming back into the lobby from Hidden 2.
I mean, yeah, also, I mean, I misspoke. I mean, they just played Hidden 2, so I mean,
yeah.
Chile's players that were in for Hidden 2 that might play this DT1, they gotta go, like, they get like 90 seconds to go out and figure out their bearings for playing a 10.3 map after playing AR8. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
And Siandra's actually coming in for this one as well.
Sir Andres, yeah. I mean, USA filling out a roster of Hotbread, White Phoenix, Valine, Justin. This very much seems like a DT1 roster of all time. It's a very strong one. See how it matches up to Chile's.
One of the strongest cores in the whole entire tournament, too.
Yes.
As actually, a struggle for Justin, but DK Kitten also finding a break as well.
DK Kitten not having a very fun time, it seems, right at the moment.
Yeah. Pollo
either. I mean, we'll see what winds up happening. Early score advantage over the USA. They still got 3 FCs to 2 on the side of Chile. Again, this map is a relatively it's relatively normal length for a DT1. I'd say maybe a little shorter, about 2.5 minutes. Yeah, so early breaks are not the end of the world.
These patterns aren't as normal, though.
Yeah, these are not normal DT1 patterns, and that's the issue.
Yeah, as Bailey and Hanamichi do find breaks. Pio Pollo finding more breaks. Sarandres finding the break. Last FC from from Chile. There. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? As there are still 2 United States FCs from White Phoenix and Hotbread.
Yeah, I mean, the score lead is just running away at the moment. I mean, Chile, they don't really have any standout combos. I mean, DK Kit and Namichi finding their way above 300 right now, but even the supporting combo of Aileen is just matching one of those, and you got 2 FCs inside the United States. Yeah. And Hotbread's accuracy is like, you know, pretty illegal. Sandres has very good ac as well. He just unfortunately has been finding breaks.
I mean, Justin has like 98 and finding mismatches.
That'll happen. I mean, this map is just so awkward. You can find breaks on any of these sliders, and if you like miss aim slightly, these are like very slight adjustments on those patterns.
So Chile still finding breaks on these awkward patterns. Hinamichi actually finding a very good score with approaching 600 combo here.
Yeah, Hinamichi has made a good recovery, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough whenever you have 2 FCs on the side of the United States.
I mean,
so very difficult.
1.1 million team score difference is kind of rough to go by here.
Yeah.
As closing off the map, we're going to see Hinamichi with 700k and possibly a double FC from the United States.
Possible. I mean, I don't Is there one last hard batter, or is it just these sliders? I mean, if it's just these sliders, I don't think anyone's breaking.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's breaking that.
There could have been a reading part. I mean, that would be like too slow that you could just like no walk, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's possible, I guess. I mean, all right, USA is going to take they're going to consolidate their break point, go up 4-0. Hanamichi finding a very solid one slider break, 730K. Unfortunately, though, there was 2 FCs in the United States. And good supporting scores from Justin and Valine, so it's going to wind up bringing them to match point.
Oh yeah, Justin Zach is kind of illegal, like 98%.
Yeah, that's pretty silly.
Yo, imagine if bro didn't go to Jollibee before this, like fatten up. Oh my gosh.
Not the Jolly Bees for poor match. There ain't no way.
Yeah, wasn't locked in enough. You know, was thinking about that juicy chicken.
All right. Anyway, Chile. This is their it's not life or death for them because this is still winners brackets. They still have an opportunity if they do not win this, but they got a long road ahead of them here. They still have their No Mod 5 Protect to maybe pick, so that could be a source of a comeback material for them if they can lock that in and just out tap the United States.
Honestly, it's still doable. Like,
I mean, it very much is.
You still have picks of like No Mod 5, No Mod 4. Yeah, here's the No Mod 5 right now from DK. No Mod 4 is still open. That's one of those contestable ones. It's just like what does USA have next? Like Hard Rock 1, Hidden 1, all that.
Yeah, DT3 maybe as well. I mean, there's a lot of things that are open. It is an uphill battle for Chile, but again, when you're in an uphill battle, you just gotta take it one step at a time, and the first step is winning your protected No Mod 5. Get a point on the board.
Exactly. And also, these individuals from Chile, like so many individual pop-offs, it's great to see that. It's just, as a team, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, it's unfortunately, that's the one issue going up against one of the top-seeded teams, actually number 1 seed so far from Quals, is that they do have such strong team performances all around that you do have your one pop-off player, but then you need someone else to also step up at the same time to match the supporting of the United States. Let's see, we got some good lucks in the chat, so we should be getting into this No Mod 5. Renard save the River Valley in a moment. Not by Silverboxer.
Yay, Silverboxer, No Mod 5. Something
shocking.
That's not new, but you know, does very well as we see Vlad SS3, Hot Red, and Baleen in the lobby for the United States. DK Kitten Meow, Hinamichi, Pascualito, and Saron Dress coming in for the side of Chile.
Yeah, so this No Mod 5, it is lower BPM than the DT2 by about, 30 or so, 35 or so, but it also has a little bit more finger control than DT2. DT2 was purely just stamina and 255 tapping, while this has some finger control where you do need to pay attention to the patterning and make sure you're not over-tapping or under-tapping these triples and such.
Yeah, it's just, I would say basic finger control for a No Mod map.
I mean, it is.
3 no burst right after. Occasional 7 or 9, if I remember from this map.
Yes, but again, in a map like this where it's like a lot of tapping, it is the basic things that will catch you up. If your basics are not up to par and you goof up, it can be devastating for your team score, for your score as well. So and see Valine finding an early break.
I was going to say, Valine's also the one struggling the most with accuracy. Chile, all the players either like 1 or 2 100s, and then on the side of US, you got 98 from Asa 3. Left matching, and so is Top Red, so... Well, early advantage by like 100k so far because of the early break from Bailey. Looking very good.
I mean, again, this is looking very good for Chile in the early portions. I mean, this map is relatively short at only 2 minutes, so they just need to keep it up. And again, if you 4-way, you should usually win on a 4-way.
Usually, I mean...
Usually. Again, just more and more
tapping. Is looking pretty good though, like accuracy.
I mean, there's still
aim and everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's still 3 FCs in the United States and Pascalita. That's what I was about to mention. I mean, you have 3 FCs inside the United States, and Valine has built his combo back up, so a singular break can start to throw the score lead back over the United States. I mean, there's still 3 FCs for Chile, so it's going to go back slowly, but you do not want to see a break and right in the middle of the map. That really hurts Pascalito in terms of like a max score you can get.
That's like a 600, 700k capping right there. Asset 3 is actually dropping a lot of accuracy.
But he keeps his combo, that's the key thing.
Exactly. So is Bailey. Bailey dropping a little bit of act here and there, but it's still the combo, and that's all that's important as we are approaching 80k difference between the scores.
About a third of the map, about a fourth of the map left. There's enough time to go back over the United States, but they do all have to hold.
I mean, that's what they are best at, holding on here. DK Kitten, shoutouts to that accuracy with a 1-100, roll 2 100s now. Most
It goes past the 3, so that's going to be big for Chile. They just need to keep holding. That's big for them.
Okay, Chile comeback starts right now with with a point on their protect here on the 0-1-5. Something that they should have done on that DTC.
You're gonna find a slider break on the last slider, but I mean, it's a 3-way. I mean,
yeah.
We'll ignore that.
3-way FC versus what almost was a 3-way FC. Honestly, if Asset 3 did not break, that could have went onto the side of the United. Actually, that would have been to the side of the United States.
It would have been very close, but I think it would have barely went over. It would have been really close.
Also, actually, your act is actually pretty hot, and so is yours.
That is such insane act. That 2-100s, that is very, very nice.
Yeah.
Alright, that's nice for Chile. They get their point on the board. That's what you want to see. That's how you can do some momentum building. Again, Osu, it's a circle clicking game. You gotta have the mechanics and the reading ability and all that, but a part of Osu tournaments is that mental game, but USA right away with no mod 4.
Okay, I don't know. I don't think this is that good. Is it? Is it that good?
I think USA is. I mean, I think Chile is decent at tech, but I think USA's tech roster is also very formidable and good. And I mean, they must feel comfy on it. I mean, Hotbread probably does well on this. White Phoenix, I can imagine doing well. Vlef does really well on tech.
I mean, that Hard Rock 3 almost went to the way of Chile, even though it's a 300k difference. Like, this is without the Hard Rock now. Now it's a little simpler. Less OD, less, like, smaller CS. This is one of the more picks that I would think Chile would have went for.
Fair. Well, we'll have seen what happens. I mean... But again, Chile getting their first bar on the board, so that's the first step up that mountain. They gotta make their way all the way to tiebreaker if they want to have a chance of winning the match.
Yeah.
But now they're gonna have to get 2 breakpoints here because they win this one, they win their own one, then they got beat another USA pick, so it's an uphill battle. And we see the roster starting to fill in for the No Mod 4. There's also Chichobi for this No Mod 4. I forgot all about. I keep forgetting about Chichobi. Chichobi is just so good. I don't know how I keep
this is actually Chichobi's first map, right?
No,
second map.
He played the
Hidden 2.
Yeah.
Hidden 2 finding a slider break, but yeah, Chichobi coming in for the No Mod 4, followed by Hotbread Justin Vlath. On the side of Chile, we have Sir Andres, Sucralosa, Waigantu, and DK Kitten Meow.
Here we go, right into Gracefulness by Factual. Again, tech map. Pretty standard tech map, I mean.
Yeah.
AR 9.4, OD 8.5. Again, easier to play this tech than probably Hard Rock 3, I'd imagine. But we're gonna see some other breaks by... That's a reading map.
Yeah, like that beginning section in Pax 8 and Earth finding great.
I mean, that section is very difficult. There goes Paxay again on these stacks here. Again, this is kind of reading heavy right there.
Other than that, actually Chichobi did find a break early as well. Justin finds a break right now. As Hotbread's realistically the only FC on the side of the United States, as Chile 3 FCs on the board.
Yeah, but those constant early breaks from DKK and gonna lead the score lead over the United States. Sandra Andres. Hard name to say quickly. He's gonna find a break of his own. Justin finds another break, so it's gonna keep things relatively stable. I mean, slightly in USA's favor, as they got near 3 FCs to 2 FCs of Chile.
Also, those slider ticks, very brutal. You see some of the players actually cheesing them to get hundreds on the... I'm going to say that was a bancho break by Waigantu and Vlef, considering what was the case until that comes back, but till then, we get a break. And I don't believe that was a bancho break.
Oh, what? Smoke from Vlef, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, let's see here. Taking survey of the landscape of this map here, about halfway through. Combos are looking relatively... It's close. So score lead shouldn't be ballooning to one side or other. There's going to be there Andres finding another break.
I mean, this part is like the brutal part of the map. You're adding mechanics with some weird spacings.
Yes.
And then the slider attack as well.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. DK
breaks,
and Sarandras finding breaks right there. Hot Bread and Chichobi still holding on to what is
pretty much so it's Chichobi versus Sucralosa. There goes Sucralosa. That is not good.
Yeah, that looks like the end of Chile on that one. But still, White Gunty does have a big combo at
plus 400k score diff. It's just such a massive score diff to make up. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Chichobi finding a break right there.
is going to keep holding through the end. No one else holding through the end, but it's not enough to bring the lead over. Oh, Vlaf, I didn't even know. Miss Vlaf. Never mind. Never mind then.
Yeah, Vlad's holding on to what White Gantu has tried to come back with, but it's not enough. And United States takes on Chile 5-1 on. I don't know. I think this match is closer than what it seems.
Well, it's close. It's closer than the scoreline suggests. Chile definitely gave a good performance. Had some standout scores from players, but the big note for this match really would be that USA just had the overall team consistency to withstand the pop-off performances on some of these maps from Chile. But overall, I mean, GG's, well played. I mean, it's not the end for Chile. Again, this was a winner bracket match. They're going to go down onto the losers bracket for quarterfinals, see if they can make a run down there. Again, this team very much has the potential to show the upset some of the seeds that are higher than them. They very much do.
Yeah, I mean, individuals showed up today. Just a team game, and against the United States, it's pretty rough. I'm pretty sure that okay, so they are going against the winner of Vietnam or Mexico, Chile, in the losers bracket. And
okay.
I don't believe that would be a hard one for them. I think they can continue on and probably make make a semis run. To be fair,
that'd be very nice to see from Chile. Well, I mean, again, GG's to both teams. Thank you everyone for tuning in to 5-Digit World Cup today, United States versus Chile. Do we have any matches coming up relatively soon, or is it mostly tomorrow?
So our next match will be for UTC Sunday. That will be Australia versus Taiwan. So that's in like what?
4 hours?
6 hours? 5 hours?
Like
yeah, something around that.
Something like that. 5 hours. Yeah.
Other than that, congratulations to United States for winning this match, and don't forget to donate if you can. And other than that, yeah, see you guys next time.